Hello everyone, welcome to the online session of Basic Electronics. I am Ami Patel from LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In this particular video, I am going to discuss about Introduction to CMOS Logic. So CMOS stands for the Complementary Metal Oxide Semiconductor. Digital circuit with the MOSFET can be grouped into three categories. So PMOS circuit, the circuit which is designed using only P-channel MOSFET. NMOS circuit, that is a circuit designed with only N-channel MOSFET, and CMOS, that is the complementary metal oxide semiconductor. That means the circuit is designed with the N-channel MOSFET and P-channel MOSFET both. So this is a CMOS gate structure which is having N-channel and P-channel MOSFET both included. Then we have this one P-type substrate. In the P-type substrate, we can design the N-channel MOSFET. This is N plus region of source. This is N plus region of drain, and over here the N-type channel will be formed. And this is a gate terminal, this is the metal terminal of the gate, and this one is the oxide terminal of the gate. So this is the N-channel MOSFET, and that is called NMOS. And to form the P-channel MOSFET, we are creating the N-well. This is N-well. And in that we are creating the P plus drain and source region, and over here by application of external voltage P channel will be formed, and this is a gate terminal, gate region, and this one is the oxide region. So this particular portion is the PMOS, that is P channel MOSFET. Now we will see the CMOS inverter, which is also referred as the NOT gate. The logic gate which gives the functionality of NOT gate is shown over here. This is a P-type substrate. So this full is the P-type substrate, for example. And in that N-well is created, and P plus region stands for the drain and source. And here this is the source and this is the drain, and this is the gate terminal. So input is applied to the gate terminal of both N-type and P-type, and output is taken from the drain terminal which is connected of both N-type and P-type. Source terminal of this PMOS is connected to the VDD, and source terminal of this NMOS is connected to ground. This is what is forming the CMOS inverter. So this inverter circuit is designed using NMOS and PMOS both. Again the same thing is repeated over here. So you will find the symbolic representation and circuit diagram of NMOS and PMOS. This is the PMOS and this is the gate terminal. This is the source terminal, this is the drain terminal, this is NMOS, gate, drain and source terminal. So both the gates are shorted, and that you can see over here, and here we are applying input. So here we have applied input. Both the drains are shorted, so this you can see the drains are shorted, and here we are taking the output. So this is the output. Source of this P channel is connected to VDD, source of this P channel is connected to VDD, and source of this N channel is connected to ground. So this is forming the CMOS inverter circuit or NOT gate logic circuit. This is a cross-sectional view of the circuit, and this is the circuit diagram which we use to represent on the paper. This is the N-channel E-MOSFET and P-channel E-MOSFET, just for introduction kept over here. For the N-channel P-MOSFET, the gate to source voltage applied has to be positive. That means the threshold voltage for N-channel E-MOSFET is positive, and for the P-channel E-MOSFET, the gate to source voltage, that is the threshold voltage, is negative. So if we apply gate to source voltage positive to the NMOS, then NMOS is on or channel is formed. And if we apply gate to source voltage negative, that is smaller than the threshold voltage in the P channel MOSFET, in the PMOS, then PMOS is on. So we will use this only, that if positive voltage is applied to NMOS, it is on channel form, and if negative or zero voltage applied to PMOS, then it is on. Let us see the operation of inverter, that is NOT gate, with the input 1 applied. We are applying input 1, then what happens? We have applied 1 volt over here, or logic 1. We will see the logic 1 and 0 only over here. So input is, for example, logic 1. That means this NMOS will be on and this PMOS is off, that is shown with the switch open, and that due to this the output is connected to ground and output is logic 0. So when input is logic 1, output is logic 0. Now we will see the operation of inverter with the input 0. Over here we will consider 0 input. So input is applied 0 logic input, that means this NMOS is off, switch off, PMOS is switch on means connectivity is shown, and that is why output will be connected to VDD, that means logic 1. So input is 0, output is 1. So this is the NOT gate. Now this is truth table for the inverter. Input is A. If input is 0, Q1 is on, Q2 is off, and output is logic 1. And input is 1, then output will be 0. Now CMOS inverter transfer characteristic. So this is V in and this is a V out. So if we have V in low, then the output will be high. And if we have V in higher over here, this V in is high, then the output voltage is, we can say, low. Now we will see the CMOS NAND gate. For the NAND gate, this is the truth table. You can see over here, if any of the input is 0, then output becomes 1 in the NAND, and if both the inputs are 1, then only output becomes 0. So over here what we are doing, we are connecting this to N channel MOSFET in series and the P channel MOSFET in the parallel. We are connecting this Q1 and Q3, there we are applying one of the input, and we are connecting this Q2 and Q4, there we are applying another input, and we will see the functionality like this only, that if logic 0 is applied, then PMOS is on and NMOS is off, and logic 1 is applied, then PMOS is off and NMOS is on. And this is how we will see what output voltage would be, what output logic would be. So let us consider the first case. We are applying both input 0. When both inputs are 0, both the PMOS will be on and output will be logic 1. When A is 0, that means one of the PMOS is on, and B is logic 1, that means one of the NMOS is on. But you can see this one more NMOS is off, so there is no connection from output to the ground, but there is a connection from output to the VDD because of this parallel combination, so output is 1. If A is 1 and B is also 1, then what happens? We know that both the NMOS switch are closed and PMOSs are open, and that's why output is connected directly to the ground, so it would be logic 0. If we want to have the 3 input NAND gate, then we just need to include the one of the NMOS and one of the PMOS. The NMOS will be always connected in series with the other NMOS, and the PMOSs are connected in the parallel. And if you want to go beyond this 4 input, 5 input, that also you can do. You can increase this number of NMOS here and increase this number of PMOS here, and that you can connect to one of the input. This is the truth table for the 3 input NAND gate. you can see if any of the input is 0, then output will be 1. So for all these possible combinations, which includes the 0, output is 1, and when all of these 3 inputs are 1, output becomes 0. Now we will see the CMOS NOR gate, and for the NOR gate, we are connecting this NMOSes in the parallel and the PMOSes in the series. Here, if we applied 0, 0, then both the PMOS are on and both the NMOSes are off, and due to that this output is directly connected to VDD. That means the output is logic 1. So that you can see when both inputs are 0, output is logic 1. Now we apply A is equal to 0 and B is equal to 1. Then we can say this Q1 is on, this Q2 is off, and this Q4 is on, and this Q3 is off because 0 to the NMOS. And you can see this is on, but this switch is open, so no connection of output to the VDD, and you will find connection from here, so output becomes 0. So it is this. If we have opposite, that is A1 and B0, then you will find connectivity of output through Q3 because Q3 is on. Here this will be on, but this will be off, so no connectivity of output to the VDD. And at last, if we apply both of this input 1, then what happens? Both of this Q3 and Q4 are on, all else are off, and again output is connected to the ground, so it is a logic 0. So this is how the CMOS NOR gate is designed. And now if you want 3 input NOR gate, then you just increase the number of NMOS over here in parallel and increase the number of PMOS over here in series, and connect NMOS and PMOS with the third input. With this, I am ending this session over here. Thank you.